I never thought I'd find myself in this tangled web, caught between what I thought I knew and the dangerous thrill of a forbidden love I never expected to feel. This story begins with a line I've never dared to cross before: my best friend's brother. She thought of him as off limits, her best friend's older brother, freshly divorced, twice my age, with a quiet confidence that always seemed to hold a mysterious sadness. We had known each other in passing, polite smiles at family gatherings, but I never imagined that during a weekend getaway, just the two of us, those boundaries would blur. It was supposed to be a simple trip, a weekend of hiking, laughs over wine, and heartfelt conversations under the starry sky. But an accidental touch during a shared blanket, a lingering look that lasted just a second too long, sparked something raw and unspoken. I could feel the heat rise in my cheeks, and yet there was an undeniable pull, an electric current that refused to be ignored. I told myself it was just the moment, just the night, just a passing temptation. But as the days went on, that forbidden connection grew stronger, more intoxicating. Every glance, every casual brush of his hand seemed to whisper secrets I wasn't ready to hear. I knew how dangerous this was. I knew it was wrong, my heart pounding fiercely with guilt and desire. And yet, I couldn't help but wonder, what if? What if this was more than a fleeting mistake? What if this second chance at love was hiding behind the most forbidden door? The thing about love at this stage of life is how it sneaks up when you least expect it. I am in my late 30s, successful in my career, and blessed with a stable marriage that I once believed was true. I cherish my life, the quiet mornings with my coffee warming my hands, the friendships that have stood the test of time, the comfort of knowing where I belong. I always thought I found that in my marriage, that I had built a life of safety and routine. But underneath that calm surface, something was missing. Something unspoken, a craving I tried to suppress. And then he appeared, my best friend's brother, with his rugged charm, kind eyes that hid a flicker of soul weariness, and a past that I knew nothing about. During that weekend, I saw a different side of him, vulnerable, tired, yet somehow irresistibly magnetic. When we were alone, in the quiet moments when the world seemed to shrink, I felt myself falling deeper into a dangerous fascination. It was in the way he looked at me, like I was the only person left in the world. It was in the way his voice softened when he shared stories of his failed marriage, revealing a tenderness he kept hidden behind his tough exterior. That night, when he reached out to touch my hand, I froze, then let it linger. The sensation of his fingers against mine sent a shiver down my spine. We knew we were risking everything, but the temptation was too potent. I remember the warmth of the campfire, the crackling wood, the distant hoot of an owl. I could smell the pine and the earthy scent of damp leaves. I could hear the wind whispering through the trees. Yet inside me, a storm was brewing, one of longing and forbidden desire that refused to be silenced. I could feel my pulse pounding harder, the steady beat echoing in my ears as I wondered, do I walk away? Or do I let myself fall completely? If this confession has you on the edge of your seat, hit like and share, because you will not believe what happens next. I am torn between my devotion to my marriage and the undeniable pull to explore this new, dangerous connection. I fought it at first, telling myself it was just a moment of weakness, that I could erase it from my mind as easily as I erase a bad dream. But the more I tried to ignore it, the more it consumed me. Every glance, every touch seared itself into my memory. I found myself fantasizing about those stolen moments, his hand brushing my waist, the way he looked at me when he thought I wasn't paying attention. I began to dread the return home, knowing that the temptation would only grow stronger. Yet in the chaos of my feelings, I met someone unexpectedly, maybe out of boredom, maybe out of a desperate need for honesty. My tenant, a young man named Marcus. He was new to the city. Bright-eyed, eager to please, and somehow innocent in a way that made me feel alive again, like I was rediscovering parts of myself I'd buried under years of routine. Our conversations grew deeper, more honest, and I found comfort in his presence. He listened intently, never judging, always